SHN Sports would like to thank TXB Convenience Market for hosting the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show. TXB is an upscale restaurant-style convenience market. Our brand is rooted in and was built upon 3 Texan values: hospitality, integrity, and authenticity. We're famous for our fresh tenders and tacos. TXB is open 24/7 and we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come see us and taste what TXB is all about. Our fun-friendly team is always serving up a big Texas welcome at 1402 Williams Drive in Georgetown, Texas.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Georgetown Eagle Nation's Coaches Show, live from TXB Market here at 1402 Williams Drive. Playoff week is upon us. The Georgetown Eagles finished 4th in district in 5A, Division I, Region 3, District number 11. The Weiss Wolves are the district champions. The Mater Mustangs finished 2nd. The Cedar Park Timberwolves are 3rd, and your Georgetown Eagles finish in 4th. Seguin will go play against Mater at Mater on Thursday night. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. is what it shows here. And Veterans Memorial out of San Antonio will face off tomorrow night at Weiss at the field at 7 p.m. On Friday night, Cedar Park will be at Buda Johnson at 7 p.m. And the Georgetown Eagles will be on the road to face the Dripping Springs Tigers at 7:30 p.m. from Tiger Stadium in Dripping Springs, Texas, matched up in by district against district number 12. The Dripping Springs Tigers will come into the ball game 10-0 on the year, 7-0 in district play to host the Georgetown Eagles. Should be a beautiful night on the road. It should be in the low 70s, upper 60s about kickoff time with the sun going down. Just a slight wind under 10 miles an hour. And so a beautiful night for playoff football. But more importantly for these Georgetown Eagles, the opportunity to go make some noise in the playoffs against Dripping Springs on the road in their home stadium. Some notes for the playoffs. The broadcast was finally approved today through Bally Sports, who is running all of the broadcast rights for UIL in the playoffs, and so we got that finalized and approved tonight thanks to all the legwork by Kelly Duvall while he was out of town all week and spent many hours on the phone and email with different people and getting that approved. The link to the game will be a private link, and you'll have to go to georgetownfootball.com, the Booster Club website, and that is where you will find the link to the game and have to watch it from the Booster Club website. It's the only way to get approved through Bally Sports Southwest, since we're not a district going through the district website. And so thankful to the Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club for hosting that and making that happen for us. And thanks to Kelly Duvall and all his work with Bally Sports to get that squared away. And so we'll tweet that out and send it out to the Booster Club, to the coaches here later tonight. Now that we finally got it all approved and got the go-ahead from Bally Sports. And so thanks to Kelly Duvall for that. He'll be with me on Friday night along with Dave England. Dave will be on the sidelines, and I think we're going to have a guest, Josh Harris, who used to do a lot of broadcasting of Eagle football with Rob Hipp, will be in the booth with us as well. So a full crew on Friday night for the playoffs over in Dripping Springs to take on the Tigers. And so if you can't join us on the road at Dripping Springs, be sure to join us live on SHN Sports. We'll be on the georgetownfootball.com. I'm clicking through the website right now. I know Mr. Petter is testing the live stream right now through there to make sure it's all going to work. But georgetownfootball.com, the website for the Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club, and that will be the host site for the SHN broadcast, video and audio, for the playoff game. Final week of district play. The Eagles were on the road at the field on Thursday night, November 4th, came up short against the Weiss Wolves, who ended the year on a 9-game winning streak. The Weiss Wolves, an athletic team that came in 9-1 on the season now, 7-0 in district play. Their only loss to Harker Heights in week number 1, and then the Wolves went on a tear. The Mater Mustangs finishing up at 6-1 in district play. Cedar Park and Georgetown 4-3. Cedar Park got the 3rd spot due to the 4-point victory over Georgetown back at the first of district play. And so the Eagles finish up in 4th, right behind Cedar Park, 5-5 overall. And so the battle will be for by district round in Georgetown. But it's going to be a beautiful night, a beautiful opportunity for these Eagles to make an upset. The Dripping Springs Tigers haven't faced an offense like this. They've had some close games. They ended their season with a 1-point victory over Seguin, who is the 3rd seed out of District 12. And so, but they've got a good running back, a good quarterback, a junior quarterback in Novosad, and the running back Alford, the senior running back. And so a challenge for the Eagles, but a challenge for the Tigers to stop this Eagles team as well. We'll take some time out and come back here in just a minute with head coach Chuck Griffin. You're listening to Georgetown Eagle Nation Football Coaches Show live here on SHN Sports. Back to the Georgetown Eagle Football Coaches Show live here from TXB Market, 1402 Williams Drive. TXB, the proud host of the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show, and we have appreciated them. And what a beautiful night to enjoy it. The sunset already taking place, and so a nice cool evening here on the patio. Joined now by Coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, a rough way to end the season, but overall, if we'd have come into this and you'd have told me we'd have gone 1-4 to start and ended up 5-5 and 4-3 in district, I might have been curious about the statement. But these boys fought the rest of the year out and had a good season.
Absolutely. Proud of our guys. I told them that, there was kind of a point in our season where we're 1-4 and you're kind of worried as a coach. You're trying to look at the psychology of it all and are we going to respond? Are we going to quit? That's because it happens. And, if you've been coaching long enough, you're going to see that. So, I challenged them and kind of put a lot of pressure on them. Those guys responded, and, they finished the second half of the season 4-1, So proud of the way they responded and what they did. And we had a little episode in the game the other night, where it was 21-0, and we were kind of down in the mouth a little bit. And we'd had one scored and turned the ball over down there on the goal line, and so we were kind of down in the mouth a little bit. And I challenged them again, and they responded well. Nobody scored that many points on Weiss. We had over 600 yards of offense. We had too many turnovers. And we struggled tackling them a little bit. But I was proud of the way they fought and finished the game. And, so now we're moving on into playoff season and playing for gold footballs, and I've had a good week of practice.
That game against Weiss, before he finished it up, 4 turnovers and then the kickoff return for a touchdown. Take away 2 of the turnovers and that touchdown kickoff. I mean, the ball game is so different.
Yeah.
And that's how easy turnovers can play a difference.
Absolutely.
And
for sure. You can't turn the ball over, and
that
you
first
can't get
fumble
scored
down on the goal line. from up top, it didn't really look like
it was
one.
a fumble. We looked at it later in the week. I argued it pretty good till I was kind of blue in the face, but it was a fumble going back and looking at it. Just extended the ball a little bit too early and kind of got it punched out from the backside. But, you kind of hope you can get one of those calls. And I didn't like the official's response. He said, well, I didn't see it, so I had to make a decision. I did like that response. That upset me. But, we got to be able to overcome those things, and as a playoff football team and playing, you got to be able to overcome turnovers or bad officials calls or bad plays. You got to be able to overcome those and play the next play. And we responded. It took us a little while to kind of respond, but we did respond, and I'm thankful our boys did that, and I'm proud of them for doing that.
Yeah, you got to love the effort. They kept, like you said, easy to have quit at that point.
Yeah.
21-0. The challenge was issued by you guys and you as a coach, and they responded and fought back. And Weiss is a good football team. You
Yeah,
can't
for sure.
take that from
Absolutely. They're the best football team we played all year. The most athletic, probably the most well prepared, coaching wise. They were the best football team we played.
And we talked about all those playoff scenarios the week before, Kelly, when he interviewed you, and then to see Pflugerville come out and upset Hendrickson.
Yeah.
When you thought that
it was close. They scored in the last minute of the football game to upset Hendrickson, so that would have put us in third. But that is what it is. Those are things out of your control. You've got to control what you can control, and we're going to control getting prepared for Dripping Springs and get ready to go play those guys.
Now turning the page.
Excuse me.
Turning the page to Dripping Springs. We're on the road Friday night, 7:30 kickoff, a little bit later than normal, facing off against the district champion. They're 10-0. They've got a good team. Good running back in Alford. Their quarterback, Novosad, the junior, does a good job of controlling the offense, over 3,000 yards passing. Any different from what we've seen all year?
No. I'm not sure. They're a good football team. Coach Zimmerman and those guys do a fantastic job. We played them last year. Last time I was here as the offense coordinator, we were in district with them and played them every year. It was always kind of a knockdown, drag-out game. And so that's the way all our games have been. They really – every time we've played them, I guess probably the times I've been around them, we're maybe 3-1 or something like that against them, 2-1. And every time we've played them, it's been, one series has decided the game, just like last year. So they've got a lot of kids back from last year. They've got some young kids too, but they're 10-0. But I'm not sure, they've seen the level of competition that we have. So I feel pretty good about that, and I feel pretty good about where we are. And I think we got an opportunity to go out and win a big football game.
And that's where I was going to go next with that is, you look at their district, at the four teams that didn't make district, 3 and 4, the New Braunfels Canyon Cougars, Harlandale Indians 2 and 5, McCollum Cowboys out of San Antonio 1 and 6, Kyle 0 and 7. Yeah. And you wonder, what is the competition? But when the third place team is 5 and 2, and Dripping Springs beat them by 1 on Friday night to seal the deal.
Yeah.
And so you wonder where that competition level was.
Yeah, sure. They're probably a little bit more like we've been in the past, and they kind of have a top end of their district and a bottom end of their district. This year our district didn't have that. The parity was straight across the board. I mean, anybody could have beaten anybody any night of the week. So that was kind of the way our district was. This year they've kind of had a really good top end and not a very good bottom end. So they've had some weeks where things were not so difficult, but – they're a good football team. Like I said, Coach Zimmerman does a great job. We're going to have to go out and play well defensively, make good tackles. They do a good job of running the ball and tackling. They don't miss many tackles. And but when you look at them athletically, they look a lot like we do. They got a lot of the same kids and always have. So we got to go out and take care of our game plan, take care of what we can control, and go win one play at a time.
Both offenses are known to put up numbers.
Right.
In district, you guys are averaging 47.6 points a game. Dripping Springs 50.4. So the offenses are going to show out and have the ability to show out. The defensive side of the ball comes into play big time on a team like Dripping Springs. They only are allowing 20 points a game in district, 22.2 overall for the season. So like you said, tackling is good. The defense is prepared.
Yeah.
How big is it then? Is the pressure then on our defense?
I mean, it is. Our pressure is on our team, not necessarily defense. We try to we don't promote that at all, that, hey, offense has got to win this week or defense has got to win this week or it's offensive fault or it's defensive fault. It's not that. I mean, it's the Georgetown Eagles, and so, I mean, the pressure's on all of us. We got to perform and we got to score when we have opportunities. We got to play great special teams and we got to tackle on defense. I mean, it's the same way every week. You could say, we could have tackled better the other night, but you can also say, if we didn't have any turnovers, it's a totally different game. So you can't talk about offense or defense from that standpoint. You just have to do your job, and you got to win. You got to beat your guy one play at a time, and you stack enough of those wins up over the night, you're going to have the win on the scoreboard at the end of the night.
You talked about head-to-head. Georgetown leads 2-1 all-time against Dripping Springs. 2 back-to-back seasons, 14 and 15, both on Halloween night.
Yeah.
But all shootouts. Like you said, 44-37 in 2015, 35-28 in 2014, and then last year, first round of the playoffs, 49-42 comes down to a last drive. And so battles with a good football team.
Yeah.
But like you said, we're bringing in a good football team that they may not have seen,
sure.
especially the offense. The way it has the potential to break out and to hit big plays. You've got the stable of running backs that you don't drop off on that.
Right.
Dripping Springs offense. Alford's known as that runner.
Right.
Where does Dripping Springs go from there? Are they a balanced offense? What are we looking for?
Yeah, they do a good job, and they're going to run the ball with Alford. They're really good at the quick screen game, and then also throwing the ball down the field. Novosad does a good job with that. So I mean, they had a really big time receiver on the outside yesterday. He's playing baseball at Texas right now. Last year they had that guy, and this year they're a little bit more even across the board with their wide receivers, but they do a good job. They got a couple with some length, and we're going to have to play well against those guys.
Friday night, we go to Dripping Springs. We'll play at Tiger Stadium. 7:30 kickoff, a little bit later. But the team will be there and ready to go. Normal week for you guys, practice?
Yeah, normal week for us practice-wise. Nothing's really changed. It's just what we talked about this week was the elite level preparation that, as you get into preseason, you get into district season, and now you get into postseason, your intensity level has to improve in everything you do, whether that's the weight room, whether it's on the field, whether it's practice, the film room, whatever. Your intensity level has to improve, and you got to have elite level preparation, and that's what we talked about this week.
How have practices gone this week in response to that?
Good. We've had a good week of practice. They've come out really, really sharp and done well. So we went this afternoon. Actually, just got off the practice field just a little while ago. So that was all kind of cool, and our guys had a great week this week.
Tomorrow, kind of an easier day, walkthrough?
Yeah, it's we call play the game, where we get in game scenarios and talk about, we kind of coach what to do here, how this happens, what happens. We do the same thing every week. We have a Thursday routine, and we'll do that tomorrow.
And then Friday we'll be on the road.
That's right.
We'll go out and try to take on the Dripping Springs Tigers and send them home sad for the.
That's right.
A great regular season and a disappointing postseason. Yeah. So congrats to the team. It doesn't matter where you end in this district. I tell you what a battle this year. You easily 2 games by 4 points, 3 games by 4 points, and
4 games by 4 points
in district. Yeah,
yeah.
You could totally take this season and flip it. But the fact that these kids never gave up on you guys, you and the coaching staff, has to be commended to these kids. The work has just been put in.
Yeah, they've done a great job preparing all year and working hard, and had to work through some growing pains as a young team. With not really any experience. They had to work through some growing pains, and they've done that. And now let's go win some playoff games.
Let's do it. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with a couple of interviews. I think we've got a couple of running backs to bring you tonight here on the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show, live from TSB Market on SHN.
SHN Sports would like to thank TXB Convenience Market for hosting the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show. TXB is an upscale restaurant-style convenience market. Our brand is rooted in and was built upon 3 Texan values: hospitality, integrity, and authenticity. We're famous for our fresh tenders and tacos. TXB is open 24/7 and we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come see us and taste what TXB is all about. Our fun-friendly team is always serving up a big Texas welcome at 1402 Williams Drive in Georgetown, Texas.
We're back here live at TXB Market, and also tonight they brought out some tamales. I saw some players getting a chance to taste the tamales, enchiladas they put on the menu lately to try, and so a lot of things available here at TXB Market, and we're super appreciative of all they do to support this football program and be involved in the community here in Georgetown, Texas. And now I am joined by senior running back number 32, Devin Ross. Devin, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's been fun watching you this year. You, Andrew Petter, the Moose, the we call it the three-headed running back monster. You guys, it's 3 different styles and 3 different arts that we like to watch. What makes it fun for you? You've been running hard. We've been having fun calling these busted tackles where you're running over people. How much fun are you having this senior year?
Oh, this is by far the most fun I've ever had playing ball. Just playing with these guys ever since Pee Wee. And it's all added up to this. It's nothing like it.
This senior year now, you kind of got showcased. Devin Ross had it's time for you to take the spotlight and get the carries, and you've responded. You've had a great year, a lot of great runs, some long runs, some short runs, some powerful runs. It's been fun to watch as you some of those plays. It's crazy how it's almost like you come to a stop and wait for that hole and then are hitting it, following your blockers, running over people. The challenge was issued. You come in as a senior. You've gotten some carries here, but you had seniors in front of you, and you've answered that challenge. Now we go to playoffs. It's your senior year. Friday night on the road. What's important now? What do you running backs have to do? What do you have to do as that senior running back that's going to take the ball and try to push this offense down the field?
We're just going to keep working like we've always been, just trusting our O-line, trusting our teammates, trusting Darson making the right reads. We're just going to keep working.
This offensive line came in. The question was there just of inexperience. And as we've gone through the year, the holes that they've created for you guys, for you and for Andrew, for Darson, for the Moose, have been fun to watch. How has that helped you guys and your confidence as you run that ball behind them, knowing they're moving things out for you? They're clearing the way.
Oh, they're by far the hardest working guys I've ever seen. Like, I know for a fact they're going to get their job done. There's no question about it.
We hear a little excitement from the linemen over there, and they deserve it. They've had a great year. They've done a good job. We watch the battle of the line from the booth every week as they start, and that question of inexperience and knowing you guys are coming right behind them, you and Petter and Herman and the Moose, just constantly hitting those holes, but following them as they lead the way. Anything change this week for you? Y'all go into playoffs, is it changed, or is it just a mindset that the job is in front of you, got to go do it?
The same mindset. We just got to do what we've been called to do. Nothing different about it.
And where does Devin Ross go from here? What's the future hold for number 32?
Future for number 32, I don't know. Just keep working, see what it holds. Don't know till it's here.
Absolutely. Any shout-outs you want to give?
Shout out my O-line, shout out Darson, and shout out Moose.
The Moose will be joining us here next, live on SHN. Thanks to Devin Ross. Join us. Look forward to seeing you running the ball Friday night in Dripping Springs. Quick timeout. Back with the Moose live here on the Georgetown Eagle Nation Coaches Show. Back live here on the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show. Thanks to the Georgetown Eagle Band for all of the sound bites. They've had a great year in the marching contest and to support this football team. And now we're joined by number 9, Kalen David Moosey. And I'm probably messed it up because we refer to you as the Moose. That's it. He joins us tonight. Wears number 9 on the field. Once you got healthy, fully healthy, we have had more fun in the booth watching as the Moose comes on. The styles between Devin and Ross, and then Petter, and then yourself, and then the way Darson runs the ball. 4 different weapons. Yeah. But to watch you run over people, but then to watch you come in on special teams and go and lay a hit on somebody. You play hard all the time. What's that like for you? It's a drive that's fun to watch as a fan.
I mean, yeah, we just go out there and just play. Nothing special. Just doing our job.
As you've gotten more and more carries, more and more opportunities to supplement in this offense, so many weapons that you guys have. I think this offense is blessed with multiple assets. You've got Dickman on the outside, Marquise Dominguez on the outside, 2 awesome receivers, Daring stepping up, doing a great job, Petter out of the backfield, and then you and Devin and Darson running the ball. You challenge yourself every opportunity, make the most of it, make someone pay a price. What's the goal? When the Moose gets the ball, what's the goal for you?
I'm just trying to gain yards every time I touch the ball, nothing negative, and I just count on my O-line.
And so we were talking to Devin about that. Your point of view as you've gone through the year and been on that field, this offensive line has stepped up. The talk was about the inexperience. Nine linemen graduated. These guys come in, and they have made a difference for you guys. How big has that been for you as a running back?
It's a huge part of me as a running back because I can't do anything without them. And it's just they do everything.
They've done a great job. You guys in the backfield have done a great job. What kind of pride do you take on special teams? You get your number called to go out there and try to lay a hit on somebody. How much fun is that?
Hitting people is fun, you know. It's just, I don't know, it just brings me juice. It's crazy.
Usually the offensive players aren't known for getting that opportunity.
No.
Is that something you enjoy on special teams to go down?
I enjoy it a lot.
You do a good job at it. We have more fun on that. And when the big hit comes, we make sure we're calling out names and numbers and highlighting the big hits. And the defensive guys, they get their highlights. They get their big chances to lay people out. But you guys on offense, then you get that turn on special teams, and you take advantage of it. And so it's fun to watch as you motor down the field and run over people.
Sure.
Friday night, Dripping Springs, the challenge is there. What do we look for from you guys, the running backs, the stable of running backs, and the offense for this Eagle team?
We're just going to do everything we can to win. We're just going to do our job, run hard, and just hopefully we come out with the win.
If it comes down to it, you guys are just as supportive as the defense as they are the offense. Their goal to get the ball back, hold the other team, get it to you guys. How much pride does that you guys take into going down and driving, putting it in the end zone, and then letting the defense go back to work?
Yeah, we look for every opportunity to drive down the field and score. And then defense gets on the field, we hype them up, and they just ball out.
And they've done a great job, and you guys have been just fun to watch out of the backfield between yourself, Andrew Petter, Devin here, and Darson. And so any shout-outs before we go?
Shout out the O-line. Shout out Taylor Gang. Shout out PEA.
All right, thanks for the Moose for joining us. We'll be back after a short break, joined by Reg Mcconnell here on the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show live on SHN Sports.
presentation of Georgetown Eagles football on SHN Sports is brought to you by the generosity of our sponsors. Borrow from Morrow. Matt Morrow, your residential mortgage expert. Borrow from Morrow. Our family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS number 464148. And Smoothie King. Smoothie King at Wolf Ranch, blending goodness to fuel your greatness. And Minuteman Press Georgetown. Minuteman Press Georgetown is your one-stop print shop. Business cards to signage and now turnkey mailing solutions for flyers, postcards, bulk mailing, and more. Minuteman Press Georgetown can help bring exposure to your business. For more information, visit mmptx.com. SHN Sports would like to thank TXB Convenience Market for hosting the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show. TXB is an upscale restaurant-style convenience market. Our brand is rooted in and was built upon 3 Texan values: hospitality, integrity, and authenticity. We're famous for our fresh tenders and tacos. TXB is open 24/7 and we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come see us and taste what TXB is all about. Our fun-friendly team is always serving up a big Texas welcome at 1402 Williams Drive in Georgetown, Texas.
And we're live back here on the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show, live from TXB Market. And we do want to throw this out there. Kelly Duvall just sent me a text message as he's coming back in town from Albuquerque. There is still opportunities to sponsor the football playoff. Kelly D, SHN at gmail.com, and reach out to him. We will bring you the game live Friday night. It will be on georgetownfootball.com. Mr. Petter is testing that out tonight. I was looking at it while we were going, and so it's the link will be in there. It has to be a private link. It cannot be a YouTube link. And so the Football Booster Club has helped us out by we're going through them. And so our link will be posted up there later tonight, first thing in the morning, and we'll get that sent out. And so follow that feed into the georgetownfootball.com website. And now we're joined by Reg Mcconnell, the president of the Georgetown Eagle Football Boosters Club. Reg, it's been a great year. This football team has gone through some downs and some ups. We go to the playoffs Friday night, but the Booster Club has been solid throughout. First and foremost, we haven't been able to talk since the chili cook-off. And I tell you what, that was some good eating, a good turnout it looked like.
Yeah,
that Friday night.
We pretty much ran out of chili that night, and we had a lot. So
9 contestants in there, and what a good opportunity, one, just to mix it up, a different atmosphere to be there. It was a good crowd, too, when the football team came through.
It was great.
And so it was good to see. But what an opportunity that night as the Booster Club, again, showed out and had a great tailgate for the fans and family members and the team as they came through. Friday night, we go to Dripping Springs.
Yes,
Where's the tailgate meeting spot on the way out to Dripping?
We're going to meet at Railroad Barbecue in Dripping Springs at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. The game, and the nice thing is we got a little bit later start, a 7:30 kickoff on the road Friday night for that one. So we'll have some time there to meet up and grab some good barbecue in Dripping Springs before the game. As the season kind of comes to the ending point as we get into the playoffs, the board position still open. What all is the Booster Club looking to do as the football season starts wrapping up?
We'll finish the year out. Hopefully we'll go 6 more games. And then we'll start preparation for the banquet. And then soon after the banquet, or maybe even a little bit before the banquet, we'll have a new board in place, and then we'll vote on it.
GeorgetownFootball.com is the Georgetown Eagle Football Booster website. Things will be posted there.
Yes, sir.
For people to come in. How has the interest been in new board positions? I know a lot of senior parents right now sit on the board, and that's going to be key for this Football Booster Club to keep things going in the right direction.
It's been good. We've had several people reach out to us. We've had several younger parents come to every single meeting, take leadership roles in several different things. So I think we're going to leave it in good hands. Excuse me.
This year we had a different look as when the JV and freshmen played at home. Concessions got to be run as we went to the practice field to run the games.
Yes, sir.
Was that a big help to the Booster Club this year?
Absolutely. Every game that we did was about a $500 revenue just in concessions. And we've always done the merchandise at those sub-varsity games, but that extra $500. Sometimes we had 2 games, so that was $1,000 a week. Helped us buy an end zone camera for the team that we might not have had the money for otherwise.
And then we talked about it when I got a couple of shirts there at the last home game. Merchandise sales this year were great.
Oh, they're outstanding. Outstanding. We actually ran out once, totally reloaded, and we're almost out again. So
You got to love it, and the support of this football program and what these student athletes do, not only in the Booster Club, but then the families and the fans, the students.
yes, sir.
My collection of Georgetown gear has more than tripled in one season, and so I love it. Now I have to be honest. When you broadcast for Eastview one year, everything's Eastview in your closet. Now all of a sudden I've got that Georgetown Eagle section that I keep adding to, and so I love it.
I have a pretty big fire pit at my house. I can take care of that Eastview stuff. For you.
I got to still keep a couple of it. I'll be working with the Eastview girls,
okay. Never mind,
so basketball team. I got to keep a couple of those shirts, but no, I enjoyed that. But it's been fun to watch, and this Booster Club, it's second to none. As much as I was involved at Gateway, and we did for all the sports there, and you see at all these schools, the Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club, you guys put in so much time and effort for these student athletes, and it's going to be rewarded. A reward for them as they come in next year. The upgraded locker room,
Yes,
a big project that you guys are going to help out with.
Yes, sir. That, and we've already given some money for the weight room. So we try to help wherever we can, where whatever's asked of us,
And keep this program just building
Yes,
from the youngest all the way up. And, talking to Devin Ross, and he said, I've been playing with these guys since Pee Wee, and it's amazing the longevity you see of these kids that start young.
Yes,
And
sir.
they're influenced by the equipment, the support, just the tradition here at Georgetown. And that is all culminated through a great football booster club that's just out there helping these kids in this program. So Friday night we'll be at the Railroad Barbecue in Georgetown, Texas at 5 p.m. The tailgate there. Everyone come over and take over that, run the Dripping Springs fans off. They can go somewhere else, Sonic or Dairy Queen for all we care, but we'll take over a big part of that.
Wear blue, be loud.
And we'll be on the road Friday night, kickoff at 7:30. Thanks to Reg Mcconnell and the Booster Club for helping us out here at SHN as we will broadcast live on GeorgetownFootball.com. It's a private link. We'll get it out there. We'll tweet that. We'll get that over to Reg.
We'd like to thank you guys for that, too. We know how much work that was for you guys to pull this off this week, and
I think
that's a big deal for our guys.
I think Kelly may have a couple applications into Valley Sports as much time as he spent on emailing back and forth. And I literally just got an email at the beginning of the show with the commercials that we have to run for them, but they give us time back to be able to do our own sponsorships. And so a lot of effort went into that, and we thanks to Kelly DeVault. He's handled all of that while he's been on the road from his hotel room and his job on the road. And so, but we're excited. You guys stepped in immediately upon Kelly reaching out to you. And so GeorgetownFootball.com will be the website to go to Friday night. What we are going to try to do is we're going to try to do our pregame live on our YouTube channel at the same time with a banner running across and everything to point them to GeorgetownFootball.com for those that can't be out
great.
there.
Yeah.
And so we're going to go about it several different ways, tweeting it out on SHN Sports. Kelly will tweet it out. Dave will, England will tweet that out. You guys will get that link as well. And so we'll try to get that word out because we want everybody to be able to join us that can't be there in person. But a lot of thanks from us here at SHN for helping us out and making that possible so we can go and highlight these student athletes as they take on Dripping Springs Friday night in the playoffs. So thanks so much to you and
No
to
problem.
I
Thank
know
you guys.
Kyle Herman was vital in that and helping us this week as well. And so we'll take a quick break. Be back to wrap things up. You're listening to the Georgetown Eagle Coaching Show live here on SHN Sports.
SHN Sports would like to thank TXB Convenience Market for hosting the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show. TXB is an upscale restaurant-style convenience market. Our brand is rooted in and was built upon 3 Texan values: hospitality, integrity, and authenticity. We're famous for our fresh tenders and tacos. TXB is open 24/7 and we serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come see us and taste what TXB is all about. Our fun-friendly team is always serving up a big Texas welcome at 1402 Williams Drive in Georgetown, Texas.
Thanks for joining us tonight for the Georgetown Eagle Coaches Show live from TXB Market. Thanks to Jonna and the TXB Market staff and all of their sponsorship of the Coaches Show. Friday night, the Georgetown Eagles will be on the road to face off against the the Dripping Springs Tigers, live from Tiger Stadium. Kickoff at 7:30. Pregame will be about 6:45. Myself, Kelly Duvall, Josh Harris, and Dave England on the sidelines for the playoff game there in Dripping Springs, alongside our computer guru and scoreboard operator, my wife, Jerry Ann Harmon. So thanks for joining us tonight here for the Coaches Show. We had Devin Ross. What a pleasure to talk to that young man. The Moose, Kalen David Mousset, and then Coach Griffin and Reg Mcconnell with the Booster Club. Remember the Booster Club dinner, the tailgate, live at Railroad Barbecue at 5 p.m. in Dripping Springs. Get out there. You know traffic is not good on a Friday, especially in the Oak Hill area, so get out there early and get some barbecue, some dinner on the stomach before the game starts as the Eagles face off against Dripping Springs by district round on the road. And we'll have the pregame live there as Weiss and Maynard. We'll have an update on them at the pregame. They both play tomorrow night, but it'll be live. Remember now, GeorgetownFootball.com is the website in which you go to watch the game Friday night. The SHN live video feed will be a private link. It will not be on our YouTube page due to the broadcasting agreement with Valley Sports. It will be private on the GeorgetownFootball.com website. Thanks to the Georgetown Eagle Football Boosters Club, Reg Mcconnell, Kyle Herman, all of their work, all of the boosters, the staff and the board that have just helped us out and made this possible. And thanks especially to Kelly Duvall. Kelly, I appreciate all the work you've done this week behind the scenes to get that squared away, and we'll have it ready to go live on Friday night. Watch for the Twitter. SHN Sports will tweet it out. Coach Griffin, the Football Booster Club, will get it out there as much as possible, but go to GeorgetownFootball.com, and the link to the game will be there. Mr. Petter has tested it out tonight, and we'll be ready to go live Friday night from Dripping Springs. Thanks for listening to the Georgetown Eagle Coach Show live here from TXB Market. I'm Wally Harmon, and remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Have a good night.